The new controversy surrounding MrBeast will affect content creation across all spectrums. I will be talking about sensitive subjects, so if you have young children or teenagers present, you may consider watching this episode later. Welcome to hbrv Lifestyle, the podcast. I am the host, the Honey Badger, here to give it to you straight and transparent about the RV business, as well as other things. And this is one of those other things. But I believe it will affect RV content creation in the years to come. And I'm going to explain why. But to get there, we have to have some context and talk about the controversy. And the controversy doesn't have to do with MrBeast himself. Okay? Now, if you don't know who MrBeast is, he is considered to be the largest content creator on YouTube in the world. He does a lot of family-friendly stuff, challenge videos. He does a lot of philanthropy, a lot of charity work. To me, I'm a fan. Just to start, let's just go there. I'm a fan. I actually like the guy. He's 26 years old. He's young. He's hungry. He's a hard worker. I've learned a lot. I'm 40 years old. I've been doing YouTube now for almost 3 years. And I've learned so much from listening to him talk. But this controversy has to do with one of his friends. A friend named Chris, or at least he used to be called Chris. So to give you a little background, it'll be quick because I'll put some links in the description box below so that way you guys can get some better context because I don't want to drag this on for an hour. But the short end of the very long story is Chris was one of his YouTube friends that they all got together, and that's all they dedicated their time to was making better videos, making better content. In fact, at one point, Chris and Jimmy, who's MrBeast, that's MrBeast's real name, lived together. They were roommates for a long time. And that's part of the controversy because Chris actually came out as trans. Now that had some controversy, but that's not the controversy that we're going to talk about. The controversy we're going to talk about is Chris has been caught instant messaging or messaging young kids, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids, and allegedly these messages are highly inappropriate. Okay, now when MrBeast and Chris were living together, Chris allegedly bought artwork from a known pedophile, and the artwork was of little children. And then allegedly he endorsed the artist on Twitter. I mean, now why does this follow MrBeast? Is people feel that MrBeast should have recognized this behavior and gotten Chris help. That's why there's so much controversy, because they've been together for so long. They grew up through YouTube together as teenagers and young adults. They are thinking that MrBeast was hiding this behavior from the public because of what MrBeast has become. Now, I don't believe that's the case. That's my opinion. I don't think he hid anything. In my opinion, and it's just my opinion, and this is based on listening to him talk on interviews and podcasts, I believe that Jimmy, aka MrBeast, had no clue this was really going on. Because realistically, if you listen to his mentality is 365 days a year of work, 366 on leap year. That was his mentality forever. Okay, I finished one video, on to the next. I finished one project, on to the next. Hey, I got a bunch of money in this account. I need to spend it. Let's go put this into philanthropy. Let's go to do food banks. Let's go open the chocolate company, the candy bar company. Let's go open MrBeast Burger. Let's take all the profits. Let's hire a bunch of people. Let's create jobs. And let's just continue to make the world a better place. That to me is Jimmy. That's AKA Mr. Beast in a nutshell. That's my opinion. Okay? But man, the reason why he hasn't come out with a statement yet is because, let's be real about this. There's a lot on the line. Okay? But it makes you think, if you ever want to get into content creation, who do you surround yourself with? Now, I'm not a paranoid person or anything, but there is a reason why I have not hired an editor for my main channel. There's a reason why I haven't hired a cameraman or a social media company to promote my stuff. The first reason why is money. The second reason is I don't know these people. You know, you go on Fiverr, you go on Indeed, you go on LinkedIn. You don't know these people. You don't know their background. You don't know what they do behind the scenes. And, you know, obviously if you're a good editor, good sound guy, a good anything, you're going to want to attach your name in the credits of a video you're doing. What if that person is highly controversial behind closed doors and it comes out? Because there's no privacy anymore. Let's face it, there's no privacy. And if you watch content creation on a corporate level, especially in the RV industry, you have obviously two sides. You have the sunshine and rainbows and the Armageddon. We talk about that a lot. But the sunshine and rainbows guys and the Armageddon folks, they make pretty good money, and they've built a following. They've built a community. They've built a channel over a 5, 10, 15-year period of hard work. Just imagine that hiring the wrong person or surrounding yourself around the wrong people or saying the wrong thing on camera or taking the wrong side in a debate could end your YouTube career that quick. That's why this statement, whatever Jimmy's going to come out and say, whatever Mr. Beast is going to say, it can make or break what he's built for more than a decade. All that hard work, everything he's poured himself into, all his companies, all his charity work, all his philanthropy, could come crashing down if he gets it wrong. You know, you talk about the big corporate RV dealership YouTubers. And this is where I'm going to defend a lot of them, okay? You know who they are. The big six. Everybody knows who they are. You know who the brand ambassadors are. Content creation, when this is said and done, is going to change over the next 5 to 7 years, specifically in the RV, boat, and auto industry. Because that you have to maintain this squeaky clean image, especially when you're working for a company that is on the stock market. Doesn't matter if it's a dealership, doesn't matter if it's a mothership or a daughtership to a mothership, doesn't matter. If you're attached to a publicly traded company, you have to have that squeaky clean image. I believe, and this is going to be the RV, boat, and car industry, I believe eventually they're going to take these folks and remove them out of the video. I think it will happen. I think all the walk around videos are going to be eventually AI. Because of this. Because let's say Mr. Beast comes out and hits a home run. I think it gets delayed. But I truly believe that there are lawyers, attorneys, there's committees being formed at these large companies going, you see this? You see what happened here? This can make or break a company. This can make or break a brand. And they're going to start thinking, AI is coming out. You can hire a film crew to come in and film the travel trailer, film the motorhome, and have artificial intelligence do a voiceover. Write the AI a script and let it talk. Then you don't have any possibility of controversy. I believe that the eventuality is corporate dealerships, especially if they are publicly traded or have a lot of investors, will not have a YouTube personality on their staff. I think once a contract has run out, they'll be done. And they'll go to AI. Or they'll depend on factories to supply the video. I believe the human element is going to get removed at the corporate level. Now, will there still be guys like me that are independent? Absolutely. Will there still be the Liz Amazings of the world? Absolutely. You know, I'm going to name one name because it's fair, okay? But Josh the RV nerd could be out of a job because of this. And it's nothing Josh would have done wrong. Because a company like Bish's RV, or like Camping World, or like Lazy Days RV, the dealership, have investors. And I guarantee you, behind closed doors, these big companies are having this discussion like, did you see what happened to MrBeast? Do you see what the possibility is of... we have to make sure that we are protected. We protect our employees, we protect ourselves, we protect the brands we represent, and we protect our investors. And no, this is not talking crap. This is real talk, guys. This controversy with MrBeast can basically put people out of a job. It's already bad enough that artificial intelligence, AI, is taking over a lot of content creation already. And as it gets better, the human element at the corporate level is going to get replaced. So the human element can't cause controversy. Here's an example. We're going to use a situation that hasn't happened, just so we're fair to everybody on a level playing field. Brand X motorhome has black tanks falling out through the underbelly of the coach, through the chassis of the coach, because it's splitting in half. That wouldn't happen, but example. Because they toe the company line, they're asked to do a reaction video. A corporate RV dealership YouTuber comes out and says something wrong, or something on a script that was written wrong, and voila, they're the bad guy. And now the company they work for or represent is the bad guy. And then the brands that they carry on their lot become the bad guy. This is one reason why I stay independent. This is one reason why I don't get rid of this podcast. This is one reason why I stay where I'm at in my lane. This is why if a company like Camping World came up to me and offered me a contract, I would not become an employee. I wouldn't do it. Because this is a big possibility. I would become a contractor. You could give me a contract under my own company name. I would do that in a heartbeat. That's not a big deal. But I would not wear a Camping World shirt as an example. I would not represent Camping World as an employee. I would not represent a general RV or a mom and pop or a Funtown RV. I would not wear their merchandise. I would not wear their uniform. This is so unfair to a 26-year-old guy that I believe has a big heart. I believe MrBeast has the biggest heart of any YouTuber out there. That's my opinion. I'm a huge fan. I'm biased. But his friend has really potentially screwed up not just MrBeast, but content creators in general. I'm not worried because, guys like Josh the RV Nerd, he'd land on his feet and figure it out. Smart guy, driven. You don't build a channel over 10 years and not have a backup plan. Okay? I'm not worried about Matt's RV reviews, towable reviews. He, if you followed him, he went through a streak where he was independent. He'd land on his feet if that happened. People are still, the community members, the RV industry, the RV consumer is still going to want the human element. Not everybody likes me. I'll tell you that much. I get a lot of boos. I get a lot of hate mail. Okay? Most of it's from dealerships and salespeople, but I do get a lot of hate. There are people that can't stand Josh the RV Nerd, but love Matt's RV and towable reviews. There's people that can't stand Matt, but love Josh. There's people that can't stand both of them, but love me. And so on and so forth. So everybody's got a personality that they identify with. Everybody has a human being that they identify with. And, so that's always going to be in need and in demand. But I believe at the corporate level, it's going to be gone. Ain't going to happen tomorrow. It isn't going to happen next week or next year. But I'd say within 3 to 5 years, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough for people to get corporate contracts and brand deals in the RV, auto, and boat business. Because and power sports. Unless you have like this squeaky clean image of a athlete, unless you're an athlete, unless you're a famous actor or actress that follows the DII or DEY or whatever that thing is called, it's going to be rough. But I think we'll all make it. I think everybody will find their footing. I think it'll just change. But it sucks that we're possibly going to lose that possible corporate money because that corporate money is pretty lucrative. I'm pretty sure the big corporate RV dealership YouTubers make really great money from the dealership and brands that they represent. So, well, until next time, have a good one.